Welcome to the Tinnakill House virtual yearling parade. In this unique year, we thought we'd give a unique perspective on our yearlings for the 2020. I hope you enjoy having a look at them, and if you want to buy one, come see us in the next couple of weeks. The Gough Sorby sale is always a sale we really look forward to, and we're not sending any horses this year to Tattersalls Book 1. We're sending our best yearlings to Gough Sorby. Gough's is a place we've sold 3 Group 1 winners in the past, and it's somewhere we like to support with the strongest possible animal we can, and hopefully our draft in 2020 reflects that. This is our Animal Kingdom colt, probably Dermot's, the apple of Dermot's eyes. He's a lovely, big, strapping. We have a phrase in the family, a Mark Prescott type. This is a bit of a Mark Prescott type, a really old-fashioned, lovely middle-distance prospect that I think buyers at the Gough Sorby will not be disappointed when they come to see him. Animal Kingdom, he's a good, hard-knocking stallion. Of course, he won the Queen Anne and he won the Kentucky Derby, which is quite a unique double to complete. He is a real gorgeous stamp of a horse. Animal Kingdom's done very well. But this horse, I think what's going to sell him is his looks. You're going to come down to see this horse and he's all strength. He's got loads of size, substance, and beautiful head, attentive head that it's going to be one. And it's a family that, out of a Street Cry mare, Street Cry, the sire of Winks, and a brilliant broodmare sire in his own right. And this Short Skirt, the grandam of this boy, has done really well on the track this year. She's had Volcanic Sky, and he's been rated 104 for Side Prince of Roar, and they've also had another top class filly in Hidden Beauty who has run to about 100 plus figure as well, and this colt is not one that I particularly think will be a bit of a surprise hit amongst our draft at the Gough Sorby this year. This is the Highland Reel out of Moraine, and of course the half-brother to Wicklow Brave. When we made our matings for this year, this was the easiest mating we made all year. Highland Reel is such a tough racehorse, and when you have the dam of Wicklow Brave, I thought it was a match made in heaven. I think when buyers come to look at him, they might expect a more gross horse, but actually when you reflect on Highland Reel, he was a very good 2-year-old himself. He was a winner of the Vintage Stakes at Goodwood, and I think that's coming through a little bit in this horse. This horse is going to be a little bit more forward than people expect, and I think he's going to have a lot of admirers. It's probably reflected in the people who have already bought horses out of the mare so far. The Maxios is with the Skeltons. Dan Skelton's such a talented national hunt trainer, and the 2-year-old, which we've got good reports from, is with Harry Sweeney in Darley, Japan. So that's kind of the eclectic mix you get with a pedigree of such quality like this. Brass Ring, his other half-brother, he was rated 112. He was 4th in a Group 2. That doesn't appear on your catalogue page. But, we can talk all day about Wicklow Brave, a brilliant winner of the Irish St. Leger, a county hurdle winner in his day, and a Grade 1 winner over hurdles in the Punchestown champion hurdle. Look, they don't come much tougher than Wicklow Brave, and we're really looking forward to selling this horse with a lot of international appeal and a lot of domestic appeal. And I think he's one to look forward to in our Orby draft, and certainly he stands out in pedigree, and hopefully when people pull him out of his box at Orby, he'll be standing out on looks as well. So that's our Highland Reel colt out of Moraine. Here's a real deal horse, I think. It's our Golden Horn out of Sequent. Sequent again, another Street Cry mare, which we're very fond of as a broodmare sire here at Tinnakill. He's a lovely colt, full of quality, by Golden Horn, who I just think is going to go from strength to strength as a stallion, and a half-brother to the first foal of Sequent, which was Succeed and Surpass, who we raced here ourselves with Mick Halford before selling him to California, where he's been a great success. He's rated 110. And was Grade 2 placed, and that's just the first foal from this mare. And I think this is a real proper colt that people are going to get excited about at the Gough Sorby. moves very well, elegant, great strength, and a lovely demeanour here at the farm. So I think he's a really quality colt that's going to have mile to intermediate distance buyers. I think he's going to be one they really like, a kind of classic colt, with hopefully classic ambitions in a couple of years' time. But he's from one of our very exciting young mares, and I think he's a very exciting young horse. This is the Australia filly out of Repose. It's a filly with a big update since the catalogues were printed. State of Rest, her half-brother by Star Spangled Banner. It's a very unlucky third in the Champagne Stakes at Doncaster, Group 2. He lost a shoe in the race, and notwithstanding that, he ran to a time form rating of 114. This is a filly with a lot of class. You can see her there. She moves particularly well. Is a filly from a young mare from an excellent family, the It's in the Air family. We bred the dam. We had Manasabat here in the farm. She's a very lucky mare for us, and it feels like Repose is going to be another very lucky mare from this family. To be producing a horse at the quality of State of Rest so early is hugely promising for her as a broodmare, and we think this filly is the next in that great line of good product out of Repose. So I think she could be the highlight in terms of fillies in our draft, and she's one we're particularly looking forward to selling. If we had a filly for a classic in 2022, this is the filly, I think. She's a real Oaks type, and one that it's just going to get better and better, I think, and we've seen that in the prep here at Tinnakill, that this is a filly that's thrived for her work, and hopefully will thrive when she comes to the racecourse in your colours if you feel so inclined. This is a quality Ribchester filly. Ribchester, of course, an Orby graduate himself. Really, lovely striding filly. You can see her move there. Prances around our showing area here in Tinnakill. She comes from a lovely Aga Khan family, one we bought in Arcana about 5 years ago now, and it's a family we've always wanted to have a part of, and we're delighted to have a filly of this quality to come to the Orby. She's always going to have a residual value no matter what she does on the racetrack, but I'd be very disappointed if she doesn't deliver on the racetrack too, because you can see even by her, lovely attentive head, a kind of free moving sort, and one with a bit of substance as well, that she's going to keep progressing. And I think Ribchester is a sire to follow. We've already seen he's stock in Doncaster and Arcana. They've been very well received, and I think this is going to be another filly that's well received when she comes to the sale ring at the Goffs Orby. Decorated Knight was a stallion we were very keen to support here at Tinnakill. He's a brilliant winner of the Irish Champion Stakes by Galileo from one of the best family in the book, I would say. And do you know what? I think it's a real testament to the management at the Irish National Stud and his owners that his books have actually got bigger as the years have gone on, rather than the traditional biggest book being his first book. And this filly is a filly that I think can be an early highlight for Decorated Knight. She looks quite forward. She's well proportioned. She strikes me as if he's going to get 2-year-old runners, well, this is going to definitely be one of those. She's out of a Dubawi mare. Dubawi, of course, is the broodmare sire of Dreamcastle, Hageman. He's a very talented broodmare sire, and it's only going to get better in the coming years. You can see that kind of real athlete's walk there, and I think this is something a lot of people are remarking upon Decorated Knights, that they're easy moving, good looking horses, and we're hopeful that the buyers at the Goffs Orby will enjoy this filly and like this filly, and I think she'll be a runner for Decorated Knight very early in the season next year. Something we consistently remark about this Decorated Knight filly is she's just very straightforward. She is a filly that is ready to rock for any job, and I think that's going to be something that buyers will have to like. She's just puts her head down, does her work, enjoys her work, and I think it hopefully will be a racehorse at the end of it. So yeah, one to look out for, kind of a sleeper hit, I'd imagine, of her. Goff's Orby draft will be this decorated night filly, because I think there's a lot to like about her. So one to look out for, our decorated night filly. A big mantra we have at Tinnakill is supporting quality, proven stallions, and I don't think you get more quality or proven than No Nay Never. Sire of Wichita won a Grade 2 just the other day, and of course 10 Sovereigns. And this is a filly we pinhooked last year, and it's a filly I'm looking forward to selling at the Goff's Orby. She's a straightforward, well-proportioned filly. No Nay Never is a stallion that needs no introduction, and I think this filly is one that buyers will like. I think she could be a breeze-up prospect, I think, but also I think she's one that trainers will like the look of and like the sound of a No Nay Never filly, that easy-moving No Nay Never filly to go to war with next year. She's going to be early. She's going to be one that I think we'll see the best of it too, but I think she'll keep progressing because she's a late enough foal, and there's a lot of improvement still to come in her, I think. We've really seen that in the prep. She's continued to thrive throughout it all. She's a part of a pinhook team that pinhooked last year, and when we didn't sell the filly last year, she came out and won at her maiden at Punchestown this year. So I'm looking forward to the prospective buyers of this filly enjoying the fruits of our labour rather than us getting the benefit from it this year. But I think she's a quality filly, and there's a lot to like about her. And I think with a proven sire and a nice, coming from a lovely, nice family like the Danceabout family, she's a filly that's going to go well at the Goff's Orby. Something that I think is quite striking about an exercise like having a virtual yearling parade is, what a test it is of our yearlings mentally. There's cameras at every direction, there's me talking, there's a yearling waiting next to be shown. It's a real test to see, do they have the temperament? And what I love seeing is so many of our horses just bounce up and down, not a bother on them, and that's a great sign of horses that are willing to please and will be easy to train come their 2-year-old career in 2021. This is the Elzaam Sesman, a Group 3 winner, a very talented race mare in her own right. Elzaam, he is the sire of Champers Elise, a graduate also of the Tattersalls Ireland September yearling sale, bought for 28,000 by Johnny Murta and went on to Group 1 Glory. This Elzaam is a lovely, easy moving colt. I think he's a real commercial prospect. The sire, a lot of people say he's the best value around at the level that he's at, and this colt, you can see him move there. He's a attractive commercial, real trainer's horse, and one we're looking forward to selling. Bred by Kevin Blake of ITV Racing at the races and Twitter fame, and he's one of 2 Elzaams we have for Kevin for that sale, and we're looking forward to selling them. So this is our Elzaam Sesman. Next up we have another Elzaam, a nice Elzaam colt again. This is out of Brown B. Brown B was a maiden winner, ran to 76, was a talented horse for Ger Lyons, and a lovely commercial family. Again, bred by Kevin Blake, this Elzaam. Kevin is a very shrewd judge, and I remember a couple of years ago he raised many eyebrows when putting Dandyman forward as the next Kodiak at a time when Dandyman was standing at a very low fee. I think it was 7.5k at the time. And fast forward a couple of years later, he writes an article very publicly in the TDN to say he is all in on Elzaam's long-term prospects. And again, I'll admit it, I wasn't too sure had he had a few too many drinks that night, but he'd been proven right yet again, it seems, with Elzaam. Elzaam, after Champers Elise's Group 1 win at the weekend, he is really starting to fly, and I think he could be the next Dandyman. So I think that these 2 colts, they're a testament to Kevin's commercial judgment, and hopefully he'll be rewarded in the sales ring. You can see good strength to his shoulder, a nice attitude, walks on well in Trevor's arms there, and he's another horse, perfect for the sale he's going to. The September sale is known for the commercial types, and these are 2 commercial colts, and I think people will be happy when they come see them and come see to our barn in Tats Ireland. So that's the Elzaam colt out of Brown B. A lot of people ask me every year what is my stallion tip and what horse would I be breeding to, and the stallion I would be pointing out to you is New Bay. This is a lovely example of New Bay. She's a straightforward filly and out of a very talented race mare. Scatina's also produced the goods as a brood mare. I remember very distinctly Jim Bulger had a 2-year-old out of Scatina called Saboro that won the first maiden up the Curragh very impressively by 3 lengths, and tragically after that was injured in a gallop incident, which meant he couldn't race on after that. But that just shows you the quality that this mare can produce, and I think this could be another one. New Bay is a stallion we really want to support strongly over the next couple of years. I think he's got a great future. He had his first stakes winner just the other day, New Mandate. We had a winner ourselves with Syndicate.Racing called New Emerald Bay, and his winners to runners strike rate is remarkable. It's up in the high 60s, which compared to other stallions, they're operating in the low 30s. That just shows you this is a son of Debawi going places. And I think if I was to buy any filly myself, if I was a buyer looking at them going up and down the barn from Tinnakill, this would be the one I would buy. I think New Bay is a really top-class stallion in the making, and I think you're getting him at the right moment if you were to get in at the ground floor here with this filly. But she's got a lot of quality from a proven, talented mare. You can see her move very well there. Lovely, elegant filly, and I think there's a big upside in her. Consistent team across all our horses that we've shown today. So many of them are by proven sires, and a proven sire that we particularly rate here at Tinnakill is Fast Company. We were so sorry that Kildangan lost him earlier this year. We were a breeding right holder in him, and it was a horse that we always try to identify and sell good mares to, because he gets a lovely type, and this is another example of that. The Fast Company out of Red Perdita, already the dam of a talented horse that Con Murnan bought off us, an acclamation, skipped the queue. He's won plenty of prize money, and this filly I think will be winning a plenty of prize money too. She's a lot of quality. Fast Company, we know how well he does with fillies, the sire of Jet Setting, sire of Devonshire, and look, she's going to be one that I think the commercial buyers again are going to be in for her. I think there should be a perfect trainer's filly. Fast Company delivers on the racetrack, and I think this, you see her walk around there, lovely, great length to her. From a 2-year-old's family, the Bakewell Tart family. It's a mare that we think is going places, and it's one that we're keen to support with proven stallions like Acclamation, like Fast Company. And I love it. You can see her there taking it all in and really enjoying her job, marching up and down. So I think this Fast Company one is one to look out for in our Tats Ireland draft. This Lawman colt is one that we like here on the farm. It's a mare that we've had here now that we've targeted to breed to proven sires, and we initially bred her to Fast Company. Of course, Fast Company, the sire of Jet Setting, the half-sister to Saphira Silver, and she produced Revolute Me, who was an impressive winner of the nursery at the Curragh during this summer, and I'd be optimistic this is a horse that also could be winning it too. Lawman's a very good sire. He's also a sire I think people should identify for the median auction races, because while his median might not be that high, he produces racehorses consistently at a high level, and it's a colt that I think would be worth buyers giving a second look to at the Tats Ireland sale.